You know it's gonna be hot.
Welcome to the Bridge the Gap podcast with your hosts, Dr. Don and Khalif, a hip-hop influenced father and son duo, bridging the gap, one conversation at a time.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Bridge the Gap podcast. This is your boy, Dr. Don, and my son, who you be?
Lee, what's poppin', man?
I'm gonna give you a round of applause, man. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
Nice.
I don't know why, but I just gave you a round of applause.
I deserve it.
So, yeah, we were talking about, I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, all of the stuff that's been going on with Joe Budden, man. Joe Budden in the podcast. I listened to the link that you sent me to kind of hear what Rory and Mal were talking about. And I have to say, again, I don't know all the ins and outs. I wasn't there. I clearly am not a part of the podcast. But they sounded pretty believable, man. They sounded pretty believable. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. They sounded believable, not just because, it's like Rory and Mal, they're very genuine people. So it's easy to follow them. It's easy to believe what they're saying about the situation. And it's like, in this position, in this situation, what reason do they have to lie? Joe, on the other hand, he has plenty of reasons to lie, to protect his brand, his work, all that, his partnerships, endorsements, whatever. But yeah, I think they were telling the truth. I think that it can also be, I think they're telling their truth. Mal said that he doesn't believe in someone's truth. He believes in the truth. But I think it can be just kind of with some of the stuff they were talking about, just the way that they received it. And I think that plays a part in this whole thing, how everybody reacts and receives certain things.
So, did you see a shift in what people were saying after they released their side of the story? Did you see any people jumping ship or jumping sides, saying, "Oh, nah, I ain't messing with dude no more," or
What I did see, this video was kind of like a confirmation for a lot of people. Like some people were on the fence, like, I still mess with Joe. I don't know all of what happened and how things went. I don't know if it's completely his fault, but the response comes out and it's like, yeah, it makes Joe look really bad in the light, because for some people it's like, okay, Rory and Mal, they might have had good intentions, but business wise and within their contracts, they might actually be wrong or might be misinformed. But this, they're not on the salary or anything. They get a percentage, just like, yeah, they're kind of in the right to, let's say, want to see numbers or something like that. So I saw this being a big confirmation for a lot of people. And it kind of was for me too. Yeah.
So, all right. So you say it was a confirmation for people. Like I said, it sounded believable from what I heard. It made sense because I didn't understand why they were asking about the numbers if they got a salary, but they said that they got a percentage, and so that makes sense, right? If you're getting a percentage of something, you want to know what the whole is, so you see what your percentage is, and making sure the money situation is situated. Now, with you saying that it was confirmation for you, where do you stand, right? Because Joe Budden was your man.
Yeah. And that's still my guy, but this whole situation kind of opened my eyes, and it's like I said, he's still my guy, but kind of now it's like to a lesser degree, and I'm more open to other people, other podcasts, other whatever. Like Joe and the JBP used to be very prominent for me. Now it's like I'm more open to directing my attention to other outlets or people.
So are you going to support the Patreon joint again?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I won't do that.
So the show is still going. I'm assuming the podcast is still going.
Yeah. So the podcast is still going. It's Joe, Ice, Ish, and Parks. That was people were making a joke out of that when Mo said that in the response. Cause yeah, he's being nasty. But what was I saying?
Nah, I asked if it was still going on, and you started listening to people
Oh
who
yeah.
were on there.
So yeah, just Ice and Ish, Joe. These last two episodes, the last episode before today's, he was kind of just, he had his therapist on there, kind of sort everything out. Today he gets on the pod, he apologizes, and then not just to Rory Amal, but to Olivia Dope. We could get into that later if you want, but it's like at the same time he apologizes in the front end of the podcast, but if you keep listening, he kind of takes some of it back, and it's like his problem is he's not genuine, and the reason people are able to believe Rory and Mal is because they've always been genuine.
Now, what was the point of the therapist?
I think it was Joe's attempt to kind of show a better side or a softer side or get his feelings out, which he has all rights to do that, to get his personal feelings out. But it didn't really do too much for me. It's like, okay, I see how Joe could feel this way about this, but at the same time, you're still wrong in how you went about it, how you reacted, all that. So it's like, okay, you might have had better intentions, but you still got to be responsible for how you carry yourself and how you react to certain situations.
Mm-hmm. And so with the apology, has there been a response to his apology? And I'm assuming that those Rory and Mal ain't coming back to the show even with an apology.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's happening. And the apology for real just came out this episode. So, and that was today. So,
but and then the other piece is, I'm assuming the dude still got to pay them, like if they got a contract.
I don't know. I have no idea how that's going to work. I don't know if he fired, I don't know. You would have probably a better outlook on that because you've had jobs, I'm sure, with contracts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm saying like, and so if there's a contract, usually there may be an end date to the contract before there's like a contract renewal, and if they didn't violate anything within the contract, then they're going to be owed funds. I'm assuming. I mean, granted, look, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a contract attorney. But if they had a contract up to a certain date and they're not in violation of any of the stipulations in the contract, then they're owed their money, their percentage. You know, because you moving other people in. So hopefully, the new people who come in, they're going to be looking over their contract and seeing what's good.
Yeah, and people were saying it's like Joe is trying to, because I think Rory Mal's contract either expires at the end of this year or next year. People were saying, yo, he's trying to get rid of Rory and Mal because they have bigger contracts and he knows he can pay Ice and Ish for less because they didn't help build the podcast. And some people think that that's Joe's whole plan. I guess we'll see, but
I'm saying like they didn't have like a major percentage, and so it's like if Joe is there, he's getting a larger percentage clearly, and as they grow his percent, like he gets more money, they get what they get, but it's like, yo, everybody can eat, man. That's the thing I don't get, man. But it ain't me. I don't know what type of money they seeing or whatever, but it just seems like it didn't need to go down the way that it did.
And then, did you want to get into the Olivia Dope situation?
Olivia Dope, if I'm not mistaken, that's a DJ, or no. Yeah,
It
she's a
is.
DJ.
She's a DJ who Joe brought onto his network to do a podcast with Bridget Kelly and Mandy B. And
Okay,
their
I don't know.
podcast is called See the Thing Is.
See, the thing is, I don't know any of these people, and so what I know or what I heard or what I saw briefly is that he's being accused of sexual harassment.
Yeah.
And so what's going on there?
So this situation happened a few months ago. I think it might have been 3 to 5 months ago. But yeah, basically she came out and posted like a 26-minute video on Instagram talking about how uncomfortable she was in the workplace with Joe, certain comments he made, certain gestures and stuff like that. And um a lot of it I think was just inside of one single episode, and some of the stuff that he was saying or was doing is on camera. So he can't and couldn't he didn't deny it. So that's kind of that.
Yeah,
The
man.
thing
I saw a video clip of like a hug, and he was like gyrating his hips or something.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like obviously that's wrong, but it's like how do I want to say this? That's what Joe was doing and saying. That's how he has joked with people before and other women, and some people find it funny or it has worked to a certain extent. But my thing is, even like if he made one comment and it's clear on the video that they even had to stop, that she was uncomfortable, that's when you know to stop. And before even that point, you're supposed to be their boss. Like, you're the owner of this. That's not how you interact with people that you work with or people who work for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the other piece is, even if that's the relationship that he had with other people, I mean, it doesn't mean that's the relationship he's going to have with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole reason I brought that up with that's how he jokes with other people is because Olivia's co-hosts, they did a podcast and responded to it, and the reason they say that they didn't necessarily, I guess, really do anything is because they know Joe more, and they know that that's how he jokes or whatever. So I don't know.
And he apologized.
Yeah, he apologized because it's, once again, it's on tape. You can't deny it. So yeah, he apologized. But it's like an apology only means so much. It's changed behavior, people are saying, and I agree with that.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know much about it. But the other piece, if we want to rewind real quick, if we can rewind back time, like into the episode that we released the Thursday before J. Cole drops, right? And so we talked about the possibility of features.
Yeah.
I talked about a feature that I would like to see, but I didn't think it was possible. You listed the name of someone that you thought would be on there. What?
No, I didn't list the name of someone.
Oh, people? Okay, what?
I just want to come out and receive, my flowers for predicting all 3 features on this album correctly.
You predicted 21 Savage.
21.
Yeah, but we knew that because
we did not.
Bro, come on. If there was gonna be a feature, we said it. We said, okay, 21 Savage because he's in the studio. Okay, so 21 Savage. Who else?
Moray.
Yeah, I said I wanted that. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it made sense.
I was like, no, actually, if he does go with someone younger, I could see it being Moray,
Yeah.
which it was. And then Lil Baby.
Yeah.
I said Lil Baby or Roddy Rich. But come on.
So you want your round of applause?
Yeah. Give me my applause. 3 for 3.
It's not that serious, man.
All great features.
So what did you think about the album as a whole, man?
The album as a whole, I enjoy this album a lot. Yeah, I've been listening to it. There's not really skips. It's what you got to skip.
It's not that they're skippable tracks. It's just that for some reason, it's not my favorite. Like it's not my favorite. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite J. Cole project, right?
I know why, but continue.
And so when it started, like it comes on hard, and then I hear Cam's voice. I'm like, yo, he went Harlem, so of course I got a special place in my heart for that. But it's not my favorite J. Cole joint. It's not my favorite project. I can't lie.
I know exactly why it's not your favorite.
I'm listening.
You want to know why?
Yeah, why is it not my favorite?
Because of how he's rapping.
No,
he's not rapping.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
It's not just boom bap beats. It's not just he's using auto tune. He's doing melodies. He's yelling. He's doing all that. You don't like that stuff.
But that's not why I don't like it. Because I like Moray's album. Like I like Lil Baby's album. It's not about just
you like this album,
huh?
You like this album.
Yeah, I just all I said was it's not my favorite J. Cole album.
Yeah, but
it's not because like boom bap like it's like one of my favorite projects is probably well you already know KOD,
which was KOD was his first time really kind of experimenting with that on an album.
Yeah, so KOD again one of my favorites. I'm not saying this album was trash. All I'm saying is it's not my top J. Cole project. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm assuming the way you talking about it, this is your top J. Cole project?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just where does it rank? It's top 3 probably. Yeah, because I have 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
As what?
That's probably my number 1.
2014 Forest Hills Drive is your number 1? Okay.
Probably, yeah. And then I've been going back to For Your Eyes Only a lot.
Yo, I got to listen to that again because even when that came out, I don't know if I wasn't in that space, but it just didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, when that came out, I was like 15, 16, so I wasn't really trying to hear all the mature stuff and talking about having a kid and all. But now I go back to that album a lot, and it's probably number 2 for me. Nah. Yeah, the off season is somewhere probably between 2 and 3 for me. For my favorite, I think.
So number 1 is 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah.
Number 2 is For Your Eyes Only?
Or the off season.
So you like For Your Eyes Only more than KOD?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
How? I forgot. There's no way you could like For Your Eyes Only better than KOD, man. It doesn't make sense.
First off, there is ways.
Bro,
Cole has 2 of my top 5 Cole tracks, I think, on For Your Eyes Only.
Okay, before that, you in your right mind are not telling me that you like For Your Eyes Only more than KOD.
If I were to pick between those 2 albums to some music people, I don't know. Like if I had to choose one of those albums to present somewhere, it might be For Your Eyes Only.
Bro.
Don't get me wrong, KOD, I love KOD. But
okay, so what two songs on For Your Eyes Only are your favorite?
Immortal is probably top 3, top 2 J. Cole songs for me. And then what you call it? For Your Eyes Only, which I think is one of the best storytelling songs in hip hop ever.
Okay,
One of them.
I'm definitely gonna have to go back and listen to For Your Eyes Only because it was not in my in my top. It's not even in my top 3 J. Cole albums for me.
Yeah. So
the toss up is between KOD and sheesh. Okay, no, KOD is my favorite. I'm gonna just go there. The toss up between
whoa.
the toss up, but the other toss up is this, right? And I'm talking about studio albums, right? So KOD is actually my favorite. I listen to KOD anytime I'm taking a long trip, right? And I'll listen to 2014 Forest Hills, and then anytime I'm taking a long trip. Now with this new the off season, it's a toss up between 2014 and the off season for my number 2. Now, if
your list is crazy.
How?
KOD is your favorite J. Cole project?
Of his studio releases. Of his like official releases, not mixtape.
That's interesting. You have it over 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
For me, yeah, for me. But Forest Hills Drive
where is the Sideline Story? Because that one, that album has my favorite J. Cole song.
What's your favorite J. Cole song?
Rise and Shine. That's
your favorite J. Cole song?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, Sideline Story is not in my it's not up there. It might be number 4. I gotta listen.
Some people think that's his worst album.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
But that was my first Cole album, so that was kind of.
And what was the other album? Born Sinner.
Born Sinner. Yeah.
I don't care.
But I probably have 2014 Forest Hills Drive. Then if I'm still rocking with the off season the way I am now, like a month from now, the off season is number 2. I probably will be. Then For Your Eyes Only.
Yo, how was For Your Eyes Only before KOD?
Bro.
I
go back to that album more often.
I'm gonna go listen to that joint because it's
they might be equal. They might be equal.
Okay. Whatever, man. So what's next with J. Cole, man? You what? More KOD?
I just wanted to. What else did I want to say? Oh, I told you this yesterday, but give a round of applause to Lil Baby. Come on.
For what?
Lil Baby on Pride is the Devil, which is one of my favorite songs on the project. If we're comparing verses in the delivery of the verses, Lil Baby out-rap J. Cole.
Yeah, okay. If you say so.
Yeah. No, that verse was crazy. The way he handed it off to Lil Baby, amazing. Well, what's your favorite song from the off season?
I don't. Well, if I think about a song that if I'm walking down the street and it's playing in my head, it's probably Let Go My Hand.
That was a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah, like if I'm just walking and singing a tune, like it's gonna be Let Go My Hand. But a song that brings a smile on my face and make me feel good inside is 95 South. Because just the way it hits, and with Killer, I just man, Harlem. It made me feel good inside, man.
I think my favorite song is Pride is the Devil, Close, or Amari. A toss up between those 3.
Yeah. I didn't care for the Amari video.
It was a cool video. I wasn't expecting anything crazy because it's a pretty chill song in general. But yeah,
it was okay. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy that Moray was on there. You know, he got a little shine on there. And dude, I sent you the joint with him performing on Jimmy Kimmel. I got in the car today. Quicksand was on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, okay, he doing this thing, man.
Yeah, I watched his Big Boy interview. It was pretty good. But someone else this is just a random fact that I learned today. But someone else who's on the off season is 21 Savage. And I was watching, I think it was Jimmy Fallon. I was watching a clip on YouTube. And 21 Savage apparently is like a few hours away from getting his pilot's license.
Okay.
I don't know. I just thought that. I thought that was cool. You know,
21 Savage is gonna be flying. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
You're listening to Bridge the Gap Podcast with Dr. Don and Khalif, a father and son, bridging the gap, one conversation at a time.
There was something else that we were talking about. And so we were talking about the N-word, right? And so related to the N-word, Dunkin' Donuts employee, I think this is one that we were talking about, right? So Dunkin' Donuts employee says that the dude called him an N-word, like an older dude, and he punched him in the face. Dude falls on the floor, hits his head, ends up dying sometime later in the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it was a regular customer. He comes in. I don't know if he was having a bad day or something. Something is wrong. They get to arguing or whatever. I think the old white dude calls him the N-word. Dude says, say it again. He says it again. He gets punched in the face, hits his head, and I think dies 3 days later in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And so now homie is facing some type of manslaughter charge.
Yeah. Now, so let's say you're in that situation. I mean, it's always hard to say what you're going to do. Anybody can be, yo, if that were me, this is what I would do. So you working at Dunkin' Donuts, or you working at whatever place you're working at. Older white dude comes through, calls you the N-word with the R, right? And you say it again. You punching somebody in the face?
I'm not punching nobody in the face, and I'm not saying say it again. This is not because I don't want to punch him in the face, but it's like I'm not gonna let him. Like I'm not gonna put my life at risk, or like I'm just, it's not worth it to me to like, okay, you said that N-word, all right.
Right. Okay. No. He didn't just say it. He says it to you. Like you working in Dunkin' Donuts, and he says, "Give me my glazed donut, you filthy gnar." Right. So he says, right, and you letting it rock. But yo, sir, I'm gonna need you to step out of here.
Yeah, I was literally that. It's gonna be, I'm not serving him, or I'm gonna go to the back, or like because I've had some jobs where I've worked with some people who may or may not be racist, or like when I was an umpire for baseball,
mm-hmm.
there were some racist guys in that crowd. Working at Stop and Shop in Bayside, I've met some racist people.
I mean, they called you.
No.
Okay.
I've never. Yeah, but like, I've never just in person been called the N-word, so I can't completely say how I would act, but I'm pretty confident in the fact that I'm not just gonna spaz out and start fighting or anything like that.
Yeah, I remember being called the N-word twice. One wasn't to my face. One was I was at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. We were walking outside, and a car drove by and like yelled it out the car.
Oh.
Now, if they stopped, would I have punched somebody in the face? Probably not, because I don't think I would have been protected in Urbana-Champaign, Illinois. But I mean, part of it is like, look, I mean, people make it seem like the word doesn't have power. The word has power, but it doesn't have necessarily the power over me to make me physically react and punch somebody in the face because they called me a name. Now, is it willing to catch a case over? Nah. And I'm sure the brother didn't expect the old dude to die.
That's so tough, bro. Dang. Yeah, but here's my thing. Unless there's a real sense of danger, or there's a real threat, I'm chilling.
Oh, I'm saying if it's a threat, then yeah. If
you just say it, okay. like it's not okay, but I'm not going to get in trouble because of you. That's
Yeah.
not how I operate.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, just call Khalif. Nah. So, but okay. So one of the things that came up, this was a while ago, in one of my sociology of race classes that I was teaching, and there was a black student in my class who had white friends, and he was cool with his white friends, and he said that he let his white friends use the N-word, right? And so he justified it by saying they weren't saying it with the R. They were saying nigga, right? And I was like, okay, well, that's how you get down. It wouldn't work like that, that for me. And so I'm assuming you've had white friends
Yeah.
who are part of the hip hop community. Do you let your white friends call you a nigga?
I don't think I've ever had to deal with that. White friends. The person on my mind right now is Beckett, and Beckett knows better. But yeah, no, it's like, what I know,
Hell no.
if someone else does, like, here's my thing. There's nothing I can do to make you stop saying something. It just don't do it around me. And if you're gonna do it, be ready for whatever comes with it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like your boys. Like he's his boys. He cool with it, right? And they be like, "Yo, what's up, man?" Like white people saying it to him, and I'm like, "Yo, yeah, nah, man." I be feeling some type of way when my Latinx brothers be saying it. I'm like, "Yo, yeah, bro." Like, nah, man. It's just certain things, man. Like, and people are like, "It's a word. Why can't I say it?" I'm like, "Yo, it doesn't matter. There's certain parts of language that are in group language, right?" And specifically for the white students who would be saying, "Why can't I say the N-word?" I'm like, "Why do you want to say it?" Right? And I think it comes down to the space of people who have privilege and are not often told no, right? Or that are not often told that they can't have access to a space. And so even this word that everyone else is saying, they feel they should be able to say it because everyone else is saying it. And it's like, yeah, nah, that privilege doesn't work, for you here. So
yeah, and okay,
and I told them, be careful. But okay, your black friend right here, he lets you say it. Don't get caught up saying it in the wrong place. You can say whatever you want. This is a free country, but like you said, there may be consequences and repercussions depending on the environment that you're in. And may the force be with you, my young white friend.
Yeah, it's just like, just don't say it around me. And it's literally one word. Like out of all words, it's one word that you can't say. Yeah. But at the same time, if I was white, I'd probably want to say it too.
Why? What? Like why do you need to say it? Like why do you have to say it? Like why do you if you were white, why do you need to say it? Like that's because the part that none of these students have had this conversation had ever been able to answer that question. Most of the students in the class, they got it. Like, yo, yeah, nah. Like that, I would never want to say that word. For what? So why would you want to say it? What do you need to say it for? Like you said, it's millions of words, and this is one that you can't say. Just deal with that joint, bro. You can't say it.
Yeah. You're right. But I can understand why someone would want to.
Why? Explain to me.
Okay.
Why
are you ready?
A white person would want to call me a N-word in the cool way. I'm talking about in the cool way you're talking about, right?
Let's just say like in a song or something.
Uh-huh.
It's like a what is it? What do people call it? It's like you don't want to be left out.
It's certain things that you could be left out of. Like I hear women, I hear people, women calling each other the B word, all that. Guess what? I don't need to say it. It's a word that I don't need to say. I've heard, some of my gay friends use the F word, but I don't need to say it.
Hold on. The B word is different.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's a word that I don't need to say.
No, okay, yeah, because you don't call people that, but
because I'm not a part of that group. I'm not part of the group.
But I'm sure you use the word
for what?
You've used that word before.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah,
but not. Yeah,
towards but it's not the same thing.
All I'm saying. It's no need.
Even if I was white, I wouldn't say it. But would I want to? Yeah, it's like the cool. It's like, if all my favorite rappers, I get it, but just don't say it.
Okay. They're gonna catch these hands, right? Because people act like the word doesn't have power.
Okay, hold on. Before you get to that, what about let's take it off of white people. What about Latinx people?
I struggle with it. Like I struggle with it, right? Like people. I remember people making a big deal when J-Lo said it, right, in the song. This is years ago, right? So J-Lo says it in the song. Fat Joe says it in every song, but no one no one critiqued Fat Joe. Mm-hmm. Everybody came for J-Lo, and I think this was the time she was with. She might have been with Ben Affleck at this time. Mm. And so people, even in the Latinx community, it's like people who use the word say that they use it because I was on the panel. It was like, we living in the same conditions, yada, 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 yada. So we say it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, we living in the same conditions, but we didn't come to this country under the same conditions. My ancestors came to the country different. Like, so, I mean, I get that, but like, I struggle with it. I do struggle with it.
Hold on, stop. You get what?
I get them trying to say, well, I can say it because we live in the same hoods and stuff like that.
No. Same experience. That's literally the same thing.
But this is what I'm saying. And it's even more complicated for people who consider themselves Afro, like Latinx, right? However, like I said, like I struggle with it. Like I struggle with my Latinx brothers if they're saying the N word. Like I struggle. It's not something that I'm just like, okay, it's cool. Like I struggle with it. I struggle with, like, oh my gosh, like I struggle with that, man.
Yeah. But
I also, what else I struggle with? Like I struggled with, and this is gonna sound so bad, like multiracial people who are white passing, that they have a black parent and say it. But they're white passing, and they'll say, "Well, my father is black." I struggle with it.
But why?
But it's just a reaction that I have because, like, seeing someone who's white passing using the N word. I'm just being honest. I struggle with it. I'm triggered, and even in class, right? Even in my sociology of hip hop class, right? So we're doing this joint, and they're reading lyrics, or even reading the book. I remember this one time, it was at Syracuse, and the student got up, very good student, and started reading the lyrics, and the lyrics had the N word, littered throughout it, and kept on saying it, and every time he said it, it was like, oh.
Was he black though?
He was white, but
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
Like,
he's reading the lyrics.
But is he white? Like
yes, he's white.
Or
he's
is
white.
He white passing?
No, this person was white.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about the times that I've been triggered by it, like just hearing it. And so in that class, I was like, you know what? We're just gonna substitute and say ninja. We're gonna substitute.
Yeah, because it's like well, who's allowed to say it? What is it based off of?
Yo, most people base it off of if your people have been called it. So black people, descendants of enslaved Africans here, can own it because they've used it. Yo, And so
But
this is
there's no way to
yeah. And people say you can't own the word. Like some years ago, the NAACP had a funeral for the N word. Right? They had a casket and literally buried it. And I thought that
I
was
did
like the
not know
dumbest
that.
thing I ever saw in my life.
That is very funny.
But even like when I went to South Africa,
yeah,
and met with students, and they were using the word, right? And so I meet with students, and these are students in some of the most impoverished neighborhoods, but they knew about Snoop, Tupac, Biggie, and I mean they had a warped image of what America was because they literally thought that like everybody was rich in America, and they kept on saying like yes, yo, you my nigga. And I'm like, yo, bro, like
wait, they were black?
They were black, right? And so they were telling me
okay.
that, right? So they're telling me this, like, yo, you my nigga, and I'm like. Okay. And I was like, so do y'all like? I just wanted to understand if they had the context for the word because clearly they're hearing it in the music, but they don't necessarily have a historical context. And so I asked them about the periods, during apartheid, if there were words that them or their family members were called that they would never use, or that's just. And so they told me the word, and I was like, okay, so would you ever use that word in a rap song, or whatever? And they were like, no, we would never use that word in a rap song. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, and so I explained to them what that word actually meant. And then, okay, they said, oh, okay. They didn't know that. And then at the end of the meeting, when I was leaving, it was like, okay, you my nigga. And they said it again.
Okay. But it's like, how do I want to say this?
Yeah.
It's like I was gonna say it's like a cool word to say, but that sounds bad. But basically I kind of get it, like because technically, so I know who was Coach Hannah back
Coach what?
at the high school. Coach Hannah.
Oh, okay.
Back at the high school. He was like a big for the basketball team. He was like if he heard it, he would like go on a speech and talk about because there's some people like that who thinks nobody should use it.
Yeah, I'm saying Coach is like
he's older.
He's like over 60.
Yeah, but that's who should be able to say it.
I'm saying like you have like there's a generational divide with the word. Like so most of us who say it, my generation, your generation, or whatever, you even if you've been called the N-word, you haven't been called it in a way like Coach Hannah and my grandparents' generation, right? Being in the South, being in Georgia, being in South Carolina, water hoses, dogs, and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what they associate with the word. My generation and the generations that come after, that's not our historical connection to the word. Like we understand the history of the word, but that has not been our historical experience with the word. And so we hear it and think it's like it's a term of endearment. Like we reclaimed the word or whatever. And so people say it's like a cool joint. Like yo, what up, man? Yo, that's my right. And so it's all good. But for someone who's coming from that space where that joint was a fiery dart, right, that let them know where they were considered on the hierarchy within the society during that time, they're not going to necessarily see it the same way. And again, like we're not the generation who started using it as a way to talk with one another. It happened before my generation. My pops is in them generation, Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney, God bless the dead, who passed away today, famous for using the word, right? So hip hop is not the people who started using it. If we think about the last poets and all of these cats, they use it as well. However, there's definitely an intergenerational divide, specifically when you're talking about people who are coming from the civil rights movement. They're not rapping about that joint. Coach Hannah probably was losing his mind on y'all cats if he heard it.
Yeah. And because some people will say you can use it if you're black and know the history of the word, which is like, okay, I can respect that. But now it's a bunch of young people coming up just saying it without knowing the history.
Yeah, I've seen white people say it to white people.
Yeah,
bro.
You know when people say it most it's never shocking, but it's like if you've ever watched a fight video,
yeah,
it's like it'll be like. It will be like two white dudes fighting, and it's like, "Yo, what's popping?" You know, saying all that is, And it's like,
and so in honor of Paul Mooney, again, who went to be with the ancestors today, this morning, Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, nobody want to be a nigga.
Yeah.
Right? And so people are using the words. I mean, they think it's cool and everything, but nah, son. I don't even really use it like that. I don't call my people my nigga. Yeah. Like I don't call my friends that. Like now, if somebody say something stupid, like I'm like, yo, this right here, you know what I'm saying? It may come out in my head, but I don't just be necessarily saying it out loud. I mean, I've used it. I use the N-word, but I don't. It's not a regular usage for me, man. And so hearing other people use it from other racial groups, bruh.
Amen.
Yeah.
So what's the final say? Because it's like there's no clear guidelines on who can and who can't say it.
I can't stop anybody from saying it. I'm just saying use it at your own risk.
Okay.
Use it at your own risk.
Yeah. But
not with me, man. Come on, man. People like, yo, that was no power.
Okay. Let's say you met Fat Joe tomorrow, and he was like, "Yo, what's up, man? You're not gonna trip, right?"
I told you it's gonna be weird for me, but I'm used to hearing Fat Joe say it. But I would have a conversation with Fat Joe about it.
No, you wouldn't.
But yes, I would. I would love to hear why he wants to say it, or why he says it.
I'm sure he's explained it before.
I guess. I mean, people give people a pass. Like this is gonna sound weird, but I used to get triggered when Drake would say it.
See, that's crazy though.
I know.
That's crazy.
He was like, okay, I guess, okay. Whew.
But that's it. But like that's crazy.
I know.
Who's
because Drake. When I think about Drake, I'm like, yo, he from Canada. Like it's just like I'm just being honest about the trigger that said. Like if Jadakiss says it, nothing happens to me. When Drake says it, I'm like, ooh, I don't know.
Well, okay. What about J. Cole?
Yes,
yes.
But it's not about being mixed. But even when J. Cole said it, I'd be like, J. Cole.
Really?
Yeah. I've
been crazy.
I've been triggered. But Drake definitely. When Drake said it, definitely I was like,
that's crazy.
I breathed a little bit differently. I said, okay, whew, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. Drake saying the N-word, it was triggering. It was triggering, and so that's something I got to work through. But I'm not gonna lie, it triggered me, man.
That's very interesting. Drake is like, I kind of get it. He's not from here, whatever. Yeah. But J. Cole,
it caught me off guard. I can't lie. I was like, hey, Jay, okay, but whatever. I got over that fast. I'm still not over Drake. I'm still not over the Champagne Poppy dropping the N-word. It's just like, it causes, I get over crazy. It, but it's a little sting to the, sting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, who else? I be feeling like G-Eazy gonna say it and slip. Like, yeah, it just hurt. I don't know.
Logic.
What about Logic? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Logic, Logic doesn't say it, does he?
I think he does. Or I think he had. Yeah. I think Logic says the N-word or has in his music.
Yeah, and that's technically he's white passing. Like people don't look at people don't look at Logic as a black man. And I think isn't his father black?
Something like that. But he makes it very clear that he's biracial.
Yeah, but I'm saying phenotypically he's white passing.
Yeah.
And so it's going to catch you off guard if he comes out and starts saying, if he had a song called with something coming from Logic, bruh.
Yeah. Or even that's what I'm saying. The line says like, hey, Logic. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Because if your father's black, it's like you happen to come out
if one of your parents are black, but you come out and you look phenotypically white and white passing, That you still have the ticket to the N-word club because one of your parents are black.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay. So what if you are black, but your ancestors don't come from the United States? What if you're an immigrant black? Do you still have license to say it just because of your skin color?
Yeah.
So it's just if you brown enough, you can say it. Just your skin color. So let's say some Indian dude like this golfer, VJ Singh, says it. He's browner than me. He could say it.
You say he's Indian?
Yeah, VJ Singh, the golfer.
Does he look black?
He's browner than me.
What's his name?
VJ Singh. VJ Singh.
VJ Singh.
He was hot when Tiger Woods was getting it in. It's like SINGH. You see what I'm saying? He's brown, right? So can he say the N-word?
If he said it, he would have to say it with a hat on.
Okay.
Just because once I see the hairs, bro, nah, bro. You tell if I see this dude say it, I'm not tripping.
Okay.
I'm not. Hey.
Yo, VJ Singh.
No. I don't get me wrong. No, I don't. I would, if I knew he was Indian, I would not let him say it.
Okay.
But if I just saw him and he said it and he sounded like it was natural or something.
What do you mean natural?
Like if he said it like crazy, hey, what's up, Mike? Like if he said it weird, I'd be like, hey, yo. But like I can't tell just by looking at someone what they are and where they come from. So if I look like you said someone like from the islands or something who's not from here,
yeah,
I may not be like I think he grew up here, but like Pop Smoke, I think he's I don't know how you say it, but I think his people is from Panama.
Okay, he's Panamanian.
Okay.
Was he born there?
I think he might have been.
Okay.
I don't know.
But he could say it because he looks black.
Bro.
Enough.
Yeah. If Pop Smoke said it,
you wouldn't think anything of it. Okay.
No.
What if Tiger Woods said it? I think I would be weirded out just because of Tiger Woods, not because of the way he looked.
No. If Tiger Woods said it, it'd be like.
But what do you mean? Tiger Woods is black.
But if it was Tiger Woods and I didn't know who Tiger Woods was, it would just come off as awkward.
You just thinking of his voice.
Yeah, that's literally exactly what I'm thinking of.
Okay, so if Carlton on the Fresh Prince was saying it on the show,
it would be weird, but I wouldn't be tripping.
You would take it the same way if Will said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take it like both of them are allowed to say it, but it would just be a little weirder from Carlton.
All right, so you have to have some level of swag. You have to look at least a little bit black, and possibly have one of your parents black, in order for you to be approved to say the N-word.
Let me come up with my rules.
Okay.
It has to sound. It can't sound like it's your first time using the word.
Okay,
or something.
so you have to be a well-practiced user of the N-word. Okay, that's one criteria. Any race?
No.
Okay.
It's literally just you have to look like you have to look like you might be black or something.
Okay, Fat Joe does not look like he might be black.
And Fat Joe, if he wasn't Fat Joe, I wouldn't be cool with him saying it.
Okay.
Even I was watching his IG live and he was saying it. I was like, interesting. But like,
what about DJ Khaled? Can he say it?
I was just about to say.
Can DJ Khaled say it?
I'm trying to think if he does or not. I think no. There was a video. He has said it before.
Okay.
I don't know if he uses it, but I don't know where he's from.
Okay, DJ Khaled. Okay.
But I don't know. Is it if Cardi B came up to me, he said it?
Cardi B says it.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't she? She's Afro. Is she Dominican?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Does she get a pass? Man, listen.
Yeah, I'm not. That's the. Hey, it's very complicated. People listening, don't press your luck. just if you know you got it, you got it. If you don't, chill out.
Yo, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna work on not
Choose
being
wisely.
triggered by Drake. And
that's crazy.
And his use of the N-word. I don't know. Drake rubs me the wrong way when I hear it from him. But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna end on that note, man. We're gonna end on the N-word note. We're talking about A at the end of it, not the hard R. But ladies and gentlemen, be careful if you're out there using it, man. Using that at your own discretion. And Drake, I'm gonna work on it, my brother. I'm gonna work on it, Drake, man. I promise.
You know what it is.
Thank you for listening to the Bridge the Gap podcast. Subscribe, give a 5-star review, and tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, I mean, turn it up.